Minimum necessary was in the rule, but it wasn't passed just yet. So the definition we're expecting and anticipating to change. We're looking for it to end up changing the definition to state that it's a breach. So currently, if we have a minimum necessary issue, it's an error. And so we could expect increases in breaches if your staff isn't appropriately trained. And so we're moving forward with anticipating a date sometime this year for that to be finalized. Minimum necessary applies in the sense where you have to read a cover letter or a request letter in conjunction with an authorization. If an authorization states that any and all records can be disclosed, but your request letter narrows that scope by either specifying documents or specifying a date range, maybe it's even a specific provider and documents in a service that happened, then we definitely have had that scope narrowed. We're preparing ahead of time, and we're trending data. So any issues that we've identified, we're taking those, looking at them, and developing education off of that to take out to the field or our representatives that are doing this work, and preparing ahead of time so that when the rules pass, we're not going to drop the bomb on them right then, last minute, and say, okay, we expect you all to start this today. We're trending the data now, so we're going ahead and we're reporting any issues that happen internally, so that we can develop our education around that to make it better internal to our organization, and in turn help out you in the long run. Absolutely. You have to be forward thinking and think down the line, think ahead, be ready for something, don't wait last minute. We definitely see issues in regards to information that is running together. So let's say we have had a authorization that states any and all information, but the request letter says we want everything but the nurse's notes, or maybe they just want the labs and the nurse's notes. Well, the EHR doesn't allow the information to be redacted out. It runs it together. So we have the labs, we have the nurse's notes that all run down, and so it's a best practice to have someone in the organization designated as someone to redact that information out, and preferably electronically, because we're trying to get away from the old black line ways. Currently, one does not pop into the top of my mind. We see different ones that we think may be on the forefront and anticipating it to happen sooner than others. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think they need to start having the conversation and letting them know that it is a concern to them, and in the long run it's definitely beneficial to the ROI arena as well, and also to the organization to mitigate a potential for breach down the line should minimum necessary pass and change the definition.